seated. To our distinguished guests, to our partners, members of our governing council, the university and the local community, including Wickham District Council and Hillingdon Borough Council, to parents, carers, family members and friends of our graduating students, and most especially to our graduating students, welcome to the Bucks Award Ceremonies 2012. My name is Ruth Farwell and I'm the Vice-Chancellor of the university. And I'm joined on stage this afternoon by staff from the university and Inspector McGurr from Thames Valley Police. We're also very pleased that our visiting professors, Lynn Swajak, Chief Nurse at the Buckinghamshire NHS Trust, and Sir Roger Singleton, Chair of the Independent Safeguarding Authority, are with us here on stage as well. These guests are indicative of our close connections with the professions linked with the courses at the university. Seated at the table furthest away from me is Professor David Sines, Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the university, and next to him is Dame Christine Beasley, the Chair of our Governing Council, and until recently when she retired as Chief Nursing Officer for England. Closest to me is our special guest, our keynote speaker today, Miriam Sanusi. This ceremony focuses on the awards being made to the successful students completing courses and research programs in nursing and healthcare practice, therapy, psychology, sociology, criminology, police studies, and social work. All of these successful former students are waiting patiently in the front stalls here in the Swan for their moment in the spotlight when they walk across the stage to shake hands with me and receive their awards. This isn't just any normal day, and that's why we're dressed in these rather strange clothes and doing rather strange things like processing. Processions, speeches and gowns are traditional on days like today. But it's not just about doing these things because that's what tradition dictates. It's also about marking the day as special and significant. After all, there aren't that many opportunities when you, the graduating students, can bask in the limelight and congratulate yourselves on what you've achieved. We've done some research on what are the qualities that people, students, staff, and those from outside the university who work with us or who are our neighbours in the local community, the kind of qualities that they ascribe to us. Formal and traditional, we most definitely are not in their view. However, the words that they do use to describe us are friendly, supportive, relaxed, and helpful. I hope these words characterise both your time studying with us and also your day today, along with one or two others, I suspect, as well. Pride, perhaps, and also a sense of achievement. You've successfully negotiated all of the challenges that your course has flung at you during your time as a student at Bucks. But also, you've probably had your lives transformed in many ways during your time here. In the days, months and years ahead, you'll recall, I'm sure, just what an impact doing your course has had in ways that you may never have imagined. For those of you who studied full-time, the opportunities you've had are probably not just directly related to your academic area. For some, the opportunity will have been in sport, for others, in recreational and social activities, or for those who are members of the Students' Union. For those more generally, it's probably the friendships that you've made and also the networks that have been afforded to you by studying along with people from your profession and indeed other professions as well. There are challenging times ahead, I'm sure, for you, but I hope that as Bucks graduates, you will take these in your stride. For some graduating students in the audience, you are looking to progress your career in the public sector. There are unprecedented changes in the public sector, local authorities, and the NHS. The way these areas are funded and the expectations about what we deliver are shifting radically. We've all heard repeatedly about efficiencies and economies of scale in publicly funded areas, but that's only part of the story. The other part of the story is growing the economy. Just a few months ago, a skills study was commissioned of different types of employers in Buckinghamshire to get information on the current skills shortages and also the kind of people that they would need to employ now and in the future to contribute to economic growth. The report presented a very positive picture of employment prospects for people in Buckinghamshire. One of the key messages is to capitalise on skills and professionalisation. Developing our skills base has a critical role to play. Employers are reporting that they are demanding a better and more highly skilled workforce. This is particularly true of smaller employers who want a more versatile workforce. So I think there are reasons to be cheerful, both for you personally and also more widely in terms of society. In personal terms, your award has provided you with the right kind of skills and the professionalism needed to enable you to grow personally and to develop professionally. But it's more than that. Your increased professionalism can also impact more widely on society and in turn help others to become more economically and socially active. For those of you about to start your career, you will need to be proactive to find the openings. You will need to have the persistence, the self-belief and flexibility, being prepared to work your way in and up in a particular field, and perhaps not the most obvious. There is an increasing tendency for employers to recruit graduates who are already known to them through vacation work, internships or placements. To help gain that all-important opening into employment, be bold and promote the skills that you have acquired from your degree and also the various other activities that you've engaged in while you were a student. Whatever you go on to do, I hope you think that your time at Bucks was extremely important in shaping your life positively and that you will feel proud of being a Bucks graduate. We're certainly proud of you, and all of us at Bucks wish you every success and happiness in your life and career. The best degree ceremonies are a careful blend. On the one hand, they've an element of formality, as I said earlier. On the other, it's about having a good time and celebrating. So 2 final messages from me. The first to graduating students: it's your day, make the most of it. The second is to the others in the audience. Throughout the ceremony, let's go for it and wholeheartedly demonstrate our appreciation of the graduating students and their achievements. We will now start the presentation of the awards.
Vice-Chancellor, we present to you the students of the University who have received the award of Doctor of Philosophy of Brunel University.
On behalf of the Senate of the University, I confirm that the research degrees of Brunel University have been conferred.
For research into effects of specific exercise interventions on selected cardiorespiratory measurements in moderate to severe heart disease, Gabrielle Donovan. For research into evaluation of equipment used for colour imaging in teledermatology, automated weight monitoring and patient-operated 12-lead ECG recording in arrhythmia, Glenys Johnston. Vice-Chancellor, we present to you the persons today and those graduating in absentia to be admitted to the awards of Masters of Science and Bachelor of Science.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor and on behalf of Senate, I admit them to their degrees.
We also present to you those receiving the awards of Diploma of Higher Education, Certificate of Higher Education and Graduate Diploma. Master of Science in Advanced Practice, Advanced Nurse Practitioner. The following student has been awarded a faculty prize, the Outstanding Achievement Award in Advanced Practice for a student who has demonstrated overall excellence and achievement in the programme of study, Larry Gobin. Samya Naranjan. Masters of Science in Nursing, Anil Abraham. Donna Alex. Anusha Jayan. Anila Joseph. Manpreet Kaur. Anu Kunju Alex. Xavier Panarankuna Varakachan. Arun Panakatel Manuel. Ansi Raju. Rixie George. Robin Thomas Raj. Sinu Tanos. Jithin Saj Benjamin. Annie Thomas. Jibin Varghese Christie. Vinesh Vigay Akarman Nair. Bachelor of Science with Honours and Advanced Nurse Practitioner, Kate Absalom. Sonia Bracco. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice, Maureen Chaturai. Eunice Chimenya. Lucy Chukwu. The following student has been awarded a faculty prize, the Outstanding Achievement Award in Continuing Professional and Personal Development, for a student who has demonstrated overall excellence and achievement in the programme of study. Sheila Dobbs. Evangeline Drake. Lynette Evans. Barbara Forson. Dawn Jofield. Judith Kadawu. Ella Kasangaya. Shalene Mapungari. Rudu Nair. Ellen Nyamaki. Awet Abai. Rufara Omungo. Teresa Parkin. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice, Accident and Emergency, Anastasia Tindathongo. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice Adult Nursing, Helen Byrne. Quillian George Woods. Lois Lember. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice, Cancer and Palliative Care, Lorraine Fitzgerald. Maria Zulu. Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Practice, Cancer and Palliative Care, Cynthia Tajani. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice, Cardiac Care, Bonnie Fernandez. Mariah Fry. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice, Cardiothoracic Care, Annie Kapunga. Philippa Roberts. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice, Critical Care, Diane Crutchley. Sabana Latabodia. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice, Intensive Care, Hannah Kadiki. Sylvia Mafella. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice, Mental Health Nursing, Fozade Amodi. Charlene Manawa. Elizabeth Mazinda. Ogachukwu Ora. Thomas Ruziwa. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Practice, Renal Care, Aisha Mackenzie. Bachelor in Science of Health Studies, Aifa Holland by Ailbus. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Professional Nursing Studies, Nithin Cherepurath. Sanjay Dave. Nadia Fermanis. Mucha Ibal. Jagdish Kaur. Navpreet Kaur. Angela Lowe. Susan Mathakuti. Christina Bell. Anne Potike. Lal Pun. Anup Saman Katunga. Tenzin Naima, Harsha Ranjit Thind, Hosseini Viliath Jose, Bachelor of Science in Professional Nursing Studies, Ramandeep Brar, Virpal Brar, Amandeep Kaur, Usha Kumari, Beena Samuel, Abin Skari, Manpreet Sidhu.
Master of Science in Cognitive Behavioural Therapy, Claire Barbary. Lisa Benge. Melinda Firth. Norma Gardner. Florence Majuru. Vajiranji Pereira. Postgraduate Diploma in Cognitive Behavioural Therapy, Jennifer Garcia. Julia Hudson. Janet Salim. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Criminological Psychology, Philip Bates Kenny. Falian Jones Mackay. Devon Kerwood. Louise O'Donnell. Hayley Rabson. Bachelor of Science in Criminological Psychology, Harbans Verdi. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Criminology, Rumana Begum. Lorna Claridge. Charlotte Doherty. William Dugdale. Dominic Haynes. Katarzyna Kubiak. Faisal Mahmood. Sam Marshall Clark. Ross Minney. Santhia Murdy. Mabel Oba Akposo. Stephen Organ. Rosanna Wallace. Ben Whitburn. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Police Studies, Sophie Armitage. Jasmine Butcher. Grace Curry. Hannah Cutting. Irina Devoli. Chloe Gallagher. Damir Grebovich. Emily Harris. Samantha Harrison. Daniel Hearn. James Holmes. Sarah Lingard. Matthew Morris. Matthew Norwood. David Parry. Joseph Sylvester. Benedict Turner. Alan Wood. The following student has been awarded the Thames Valley Police Prize for outstanding dedication and commitment. Tarun Kocha. The following student has been awarded the Thames Valley Police Prize for outstanding dedication and commitment to work-related learning. Jonathan Quaife. Bachelor of Science in Police Studies, Bekinkosi Ndalovu. Toby Rawlings. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Police Studies with Criminal Investigation. The following student has been awarded a faculty prize, the Outstanding Achievement Award in Criminal Justice and Social Studies for a student who has demonstrated overall excellence and achievement in the programme of study, Gareth Burnett. Emily Campbell. Nathan Charlton. Craig Gravener. Samuel Jacob. Heike Keinhorst. Hannah Ladyman. Andrew Morton. Abigail Noble. Thomas Olbury. Christopher Organ. Francesca Ross. Laura Sage. Charlotte Simmons. Rachel Thompson. Roanna Tompkins. Fiona Whittle. Christina Woodham. Bachelor of Science in Police Studies with a Criminal Investigation, Richard Lunn. Ashley Reid. Diploma of Higher Education in Police Studies with a Criminal Investigation, Christopher Taylor. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Police Studies with Criminological Psychology, Kerry Cottingham. Rebecca Greenwood. William Langley. Aaron Parkin. Sandra Ratusinska. Kaizan Tran. Maxwell Wilkins. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology, Emily Barber. Charlene Bristow. Francesca Kraft. The following student has been awarded a faculty prize, the Outstanding Achievement Award in Psychology and Sociology, for a student who has demonstrated overall excellence and achievement in the programme of study, Sophie Grimshaw. Priscilla Hillary. Emma Hopkins. The following student has been awarded the British Psychological Society Award for Undergraduate Psychology 2012, Jacqueline Lawson. Sana Malik. Paul Malinsky. Nicole Olivia. Suzanne Rowe. Sibel Sahin. Amneet Sani. Vanessa Silva. Charlotte Thomas. Saffron Todd. Natalie Woods. Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Shamila Elahi. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology and Criminology, Vivian Akinaina. Seema Bansal. Jade Fenton. Sarah Lawrence. Eddie Trum. Sabir Zaman. Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Criminology, Afshan Ayub. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychology and Sociology, Anna Flynn. Chloe Hughes. Rajinder Noti. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Psychosocial Studies, Sandy Bratmaya. Hannah Dunn. Laura J. McLaughlin. Edmund Stubbs. The following student has been awarded a faculty prize, the Outstanding Achievement Award in Psychology and Sociology, for a student who has demonstrated overall excellence and achievement in the programme of study, Angel Wager. Rebecca Webb. Bachelor of Science in Social Studies, Lorna Wanjiku Jichanji. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Social Work, Nikita Baptiste. Donna Blaine. Jermaine Byfield. The following student has been awarded a faculty prize, the Outstanding Achievement Award in Social Work, for a student who's demonstrated overall excellence and achievement in the programme of study, Deborah Cavell. The following student has been awarded a faculty prize for merit in exceptional circumstances, Charity Chaya. Clayton Chigoya. Fungai Chuma. Janae Crooks. Caroline Dandaka. Nicola Dickinson. Lane Edwards. Katie Jane Fitzgerald. Claudette Frost. Ashley Green. Kojo Jamfi. Emma Hodge. Salma Ilyas. Molly Jules Crompton. Emily McGuigan. Treon Mingo. Jade Morgan. Tungamirai Mudzi. Peace Mikoreira. Delena Niak. Tatenda Nyariri. Rebecca Siddle. Elaine Stalker. Hannah Talbot. Bethany White. Laura Young. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sports Psychology, Rochelle Bell. Alfie Buckley. Jasmeet Choda. Michaela Goose. Joshua Woods. We now present to you students who are receiving awards from various programs in this ceremony. BSc Honours Healthcare Practice, Nodea Nicole Gilbert. BSc Honours Healthcare Practice Adult Nursing, Lydia Darko. BSc Honours Professional Nursing Studies, Harbir Kaur. BSc Sports Psychology, Jason Guy. Sue West, the Dean of Students, Programmes and Qualities, will now introduce the special awards.
It
It is my privilege to be able to make awards to academic members of staff whose students feel have inspired them during their time here at Bucks New University. These awards are based solely on the testimonials provided by the graduating students sitting here today. I would like to thank all the students who submitted the nominations. Although there are many who are worthy of this award, the following colleagues will receive the Most Inspiring Tutor Award today. Would the following academic colleagues please come forward to receive your award from the Vice-Chancellor? In Psychology, Nadia Wager. Criminal Justice and Social Studies, Maurice Collins. Continuing in advanced practice, David Waters. Continuing in advanced practice, Lynn Biache. Stuart Norton will now introduce the honorary award.
Paul Tinian joined Thames Valley Police in 1980. He started his service in Woodley in Berkshire and has worked in many towns in the county. He has always been interested in the communities he serves and took a leading role in community liaison from very early in his career. He has spearheaded crime reduction and partnership working initiatives to help make communities safer and to ensure that the police are responding to community priorities. Paul has led on training delivery to the force, ensuring that staff are well equipped to perform their duties. He's been the local police area commander for the area of Slough and the commander for Buckinghamshire. It was during his time as the Basic Command Unit commander that Paul began his association with Bucks New University. I cannot emphasise enough the effort that Paul Tinian has put in place to ensure that our degrees have been able to run with the full support of Thames Valley Police. Paul Tinian was responsible for bringing the university into the remit of Thames Valley Police, ensuring that we develop strategically in a way that has had unprecedented benefits, not only to our students, but to the profile of our institution. Paul has provided research opportunities for students and staff across the Faculty of Society and Health. An example of this is the support and encouragement that he has provided to a number of third-year students who have undertaken dissertations on crime-related projects. Topics have included occupational stress, risk assessment in honour-based violence, evaluation of the police response to hate-related crime, goal setting in persistent and prolific offenders, examination of the links between substance misuse and criminal behaviour, and an evaluation of the service provided by Bucks Mediation to resolve conflicts between neighbours. Paul has supported our policing courses through his involvement in course development and guest lectures. He was instrumental in enabling our students to work as part-time police community support officers as part of our work-related opportunities. The initiative was the first of its kind in the country, and Paul was also responsible for instigating the Thames Valley Police student prizes that you see awarded here today. Prior to retiring, Paul's worked on the Thames Valley Police Transformation Programme, and this work is arguably the most fundamental changes in policing structure since 1964. The shape of policing will be very different as we move forward, and we are proud to have Paul's support as we too work through challenging times, adapting to necessary demands and the changing face of higher education. Paul's enthusiasm for research, combined with his willingness to permit active student engagement in real-life projects, has provided timely and valuable opportunities for students to acquire real-world experience in their chosen fields. His expertise and guidance have been invaluable to us at Bucks, and we are delighted that he's become an honorary fellow. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you Paul Tinian, who is to receive an honorary fellowship of the university.
On behalf of the Senate and the Council, I'm absolutely delighted to confer an honorary fellowship on Paul Tinian. Thank you, Paul, for making this possible.
This concludes the presentation of awards.
Good afternoon. My name is Sinclair Coward. I'm Departmental Manager for Social Work here at Buxton University. And it gives me great pleasure today to be able to introduce our guest speaker, Miriam Sanusi. Miriam wears many hats. She's a social entrepreneur, she's an academic, she's a disabled person's activist, and she's a technology innovator. She has excelled as an achiever and has done this in spite of personal barriers and hurdles in her own life. Miriam was unable to attend a mainstream school until age 15. She had no choice but to attend a school for the disabled during her formative years. She was only stretched academically when she moved into mainstream education age 16. Between then and now, Miriam has distinguished herself by her selfless and determined commitment to improving the quality of life for disabled people. And on top of that, I might add, she is a warm and extremely personable individual. And it's not only us here at Bucks who appreciate Miriam's qualities. She recently won the Big Venture Challenge 2011. This is a lottery-funded award, which is part of a scheme designed to find the 25 most ambitious social entrepreneurs in England who are involved in developing new approaches to community-led action. Now, Miriam won for the award for her leadership for My Support Broker. This is a project she established in 2009 under the name Coalition for Independent Living. I might add, My Support Broker is now the national leader in peer-to-peer brokerage training and services for independent living for disabled and older people. It trains and accredits disabled and older people to help others like themselves to plan, find and manage their own healthcare and support services. All of the people she has trained has gone on to manage their own care, and many of those she's trained have themselves gone on to become self-employed brokers. These are stunning results and they provide hard evidence of the real impact and change that Miriam has brought about. I first met Miriam when she was working with social work colleagues, writing a book and delivering a short course in brokerage for employers. The book, Personalisation and Social Work, is co-authored by two academics here from the social work department, Thomas Toscano and Jennifer Burton. It's now been published and it will be officially launched here next month. And if that wasn't enough, Miriam is also currently studying for a PhD that examines the role of peer support in maintaining health and well-being, in which she intends to complete early in the new year. As a visiting fellow to this university, Miriam is a magnificent role model and inspiration for our students, and I would add all citizens. Her greatest achievement in life, she says, is fighting and overcoming society's negative expectations of disabled people. She believes passionately that disabled people can achieve great things in life despite the barriers they face, and cites the current Paralympic Games with their positive depictions of disabled people as real vindication of that work. Well, she is our very young gold medalist today, and we are truly indebted for her, for all her work, and long may our relationship with her continue. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our guest, Miriam Sanusi.
Is it on? It is on. Fantastic. And in the style of the Paralympics, I decided to bling up my wheelchair. So just to turn around, yes, they are skull and bones. Good afternoon, graduates, family, relatives, faculty, Vice-Chancellor. Thank you so much for inviting me to share in your celebrations and achievements today. Now, I promise to keep this brief, but as both Sinclair and Stephen will tell you, I do like to go on a bit, so it might be a good time to stop for a half-an-hour toilet break. No, don't stand up. I'm only joking. So, believe it or not, it's been 5 years since I last attended a graduation ceremony, and I was really looking forward to going to my sister's graduation last Wednesday because I thought, goodness, what am I going to write in this keynote speech? I'll go to UCL and pick up a few pointers from their keynote speech, and you guys won't know, so that will be fine. Put on my glad rags and got down to UCL, and well, as the Sanusi sisters do, my sister decided an hour before her graduation to faint. Yeah, you're thinking, poor me, right? I mean, this graduation speech wasn't going to write itself. So instead of spending the afternoon with the Vice-Chancellor and some canapes, I spent the afternoon with my sister in UCL A&E with a packet of Wotsits. So be worried about what's coming. So I thought, as it's been 5 years since I went to a graduation, there's at least 5 things that if I had a time machine that I could go back and talk to myself about, I would, and by extension, share with you. So I'm going to ask David to bring me a prop of a chair, and I'll explain why in a moment. There you go, just there, thank you. So as a special treat, for those of you who are actually keeping up with the US presidential election, in the style of Clint Eastwood, I'm now going to speak to an invisible person. No, not Barack Obama, but myself, circa 5 years ago. However, if I was speaking to Barack Obama, I would say, could we please have an exchange program? We'll give you hours, you can come and be our Prime Minister for the next few years. And if you've heard any of the booing that's been going on at the Paralympics, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who have no idea who Clint Eastwood is, or what I'm talking about, I'm sure you will go away and YouTube this later. But I urge you to try not to repetitively do this whilst watching, because you'll want to. So, Miriam, reasons to be cheerful. The Paralympic Games are in London. Your PhD is almost over if you can actually muster up the energy to finally finish those 2 last chapters. And you've moved in with your fella. Yeah, your mother disapproves, he's not kosher, but, you know, she will refer to him as her son-in-law in 2012, so there you go. Now on to more important things. 5 things I want you to know and remember. Number 1, your achievements are as good as the support network around you. Every now and again, stop and give thanks. So with that in mind, can I ask all the mums, dads, carers, grandparents, siblings and friends to stand up, please? Great. And can I ask all the graduates to just look round at the people who've stood up? Can I ask the graduates, and also I would like to ask the faculty to now stand up also. Right, graduates, can we have a big round of applause for all the people who supported us? Today might be about celebrating your individual achievements, but always remember those who supported you and those who will continue to support you as you move on to the next chapter in your life. Number 2, in the words of Mark Twain, never let your schooling affect your education. University is over. It's taken us maybe 3 or 4 years to get here. You've spent hours studying, hours writing essays, listening to lectures, and hopefully not too many hours down at the pub. It's been a long, wild ride, but here you are, 3 years later, with something to show for it all. But remember that your accomplishment is not about bragging rights, but about responsibility. You're going out there to represent yourself, your family, and this university. And while your uni days are now over, your education never is. Because fundamentally, an education is not about diplomas and degrees, but about the successes and failures we have in our life, the progress we make, the way we overcome obstacles, how we use what we learn to touch other people's lives. So don't let the end of uni be the end of your education. Every day is a learning opportunity. Grasp it with both hands. Number 3, failure is good. One of my favourite quotes of all time is by a man you may have heard of, Thomas Edison. He said that when working on light bulbs, he didn't fail 10,000 times. He just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. In that one quote, I've always found the difference between a winning attitude and a quitting attitude. If you can learn from your failure, you will always find yourself ahead of the curve. It's the experience in uni that you've had, both good and bad, that will keep you ahead. Believe it or not, I got my first job because at interview, they asked me, what do you think is one of your personal strengths? And I thought for a while and I said, I'm not afraid of saying that I failed at something. And they hired me on the spot. Don't be afraid of saying if you failed something. Don't allow it to fester. Fess up. But enough of all this talk about overcoming failure. On a more luminous note, the idea of challenges and obstacles doesn't have to be a depressing one. Next time you fail at something, like Thomas Edison, just say, good, that's one more way how not to do it. And if you look up to the ceiling, you'll notice that this room isn't lit by kerosene lamps. 4. Life is good, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Watching the news last week, where they were talking yet again about the double-dip recession, I was reminded by a quote I read in a book called The Lesson of the Century, and I wanted to share it with you. Never before in history has there been states where people have been able to live so freely and have such a good life. I know that our world is not without its negative side. We make lots of mistakes, and even if we learn from them, some of us find ourselves prisoner to them. That is how the world is. It sets us tasks. But we can live happily and content, and that should be said loud and clear. Every day, instead, I hear grumbling and complaining about the terrible world we have to live in. In my view, the spreading of such lies is the greatest crime of our age because it threatens to rob young people of their optimism. 5. The journey is as important as the destination. Over a decade ago, before I graduated, the day before my graduation, I wheeled into my professor's office because something had been bugging me for the whole of that last year. And I went in and I knocked on the door because I had a very simple question. I said, Professor Oliver, you've inspired so many disabled people, especially me, to understand that my impairment and my medical condition are not what holds me back. It doesn't hold me back in life. But what I don't understand is why you're not getting out there and proselytizing and training disabled people about your concepts and theories. We have to get out there, Mike. Where's your fighting spirit? I thought, come on, I thought, maybe it's because he was coming up to his 60th birthday or something, and he was just kind of like, I'm leaving it all behind. But he looked at me straight in the eyes, and he said, Miriam, you can't empower people. They can only empower themselves. And their journey is what sets them up on their path to that empowerment. You will do great things, not because of me and what I tell you, but because of your personal journey through life. And because of that, you, like I, will inspire disabled people, not through what you say, but through your actions. Your journey is as important as the destination you arrive at. And I can truly say that to this day, the biggest lessons I've learned are through my own personal experience and journey. I wish you well on your journey. May it be a good one. May the force be with you. Thank you.
Dame Christine, Chair of Council, Vice-Chancellor, Miriam, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it falls upon me to propose a vote of thanks and to formally close today's proceedings. But what a wonderful ceremony. The social workers got the vote, by the way, with the biggest cheers, so what's new? But well done. Secondly, Miriam stole my thunder with a stand-up trick. We'll come back to that. You haven't got away with that one yet. But still, interesting thoughts that Miriam shared with us. Miriam, something you won't know, didn't compare notes, you used the analogy to Thomas Edison. Well, last year, I went with a delegation of healthcare colleagues from northwest London to General Electric. Now, GE Healthcare, which is where Edison started his life, and Crutonville, which is now the International Centre for Leadership, something we all should be looking at, also based not so far down the road in Chalfont here, they still have Thomas Edison's desk. And sitting on that desk is a light bulb that never goes out. But one thing I did find when I was there, it did go out, it failed. Now I thought, what's going on here? Because they said it never goes out, it's perpetual light burning like the Olympic flame. But there's something you said which is crucial here. We learn from our mistakes, we learn from our failure, but we also learn to take risks. And I'm sure that's part of what we were saying here too. And those calculated risks, what you're all about today. Not that you're risky, but learning yourselves to be introspective, thinking about how risks can be calculated using evidence, and moving forward with innovation and a positive spirit. And Marianne, you've shared that with us today, demonstrating how we can determine ourselves through that level of self-actualization, moving forward against adversity, but pushing together. And I want to thank you most sincerely for sharing your inspiration with us today. I've also managed to get her to co-author a book with me. How about that? And guess what? She's finished the chapter ahead of all of this lot who are working with me. So that tells you something about how it really works. That's the determination. Lesson to learn there for a few of you working with me on the book. I finished mine as well, but that's another story. But good. But it's great to show partnership in reality going forward. I'm going to thank you again, but move on now to you. Now, we've stood today and we thanked all those who've supported us. Thank you. I was going to do that. Good you did. It's great. Can I ask our graduates to stand for a moment? Now, you may think I'm putting you through your paces, but I've already got our star photographer lined up. If you turn round and face the balcony, because you're going to be cued into some photos, but do turn round, please. And this time, a little bit different. Will you take your hats off and raise them high? And give yourselves a huge cheer, please. Now the big group hug may not be appropriate, but I'm quite sure the Mexican wave is. So well done, and well done to yourselves. Thank you very much. Now, I do know that most of you have got your supporters, family members, friends with you here, but I do know, and you won't mind me saying this, a number of our students this afternoon have families, friends and supporters many thousands of miles away, and I'd like to pay tribute to you as our international students for the determination you've actually shown in your programme of studies this year, and for me it was particularly important and touching to witness your achievements. So a very big set of congratulations to you all, and I wish you very well in your further studies on behalf of my colleagues here as well. I now move forward. Yeah, let's give a round of applause, indeed. So that's for absent friends, but moving forward, I would like, on your behalf, to thank our colleagues today for making this ceremony possible. Our colleagues here who've arranged today's ceremony. So a big vote of thanks to our colleagues, please, who've made this possible. Thank you. And my final duty is to welcome you all to join our graduates for refreshments in the pavilion on the marquee, I should say, in the university. And colleagues, may I wish you well myself, and I now declare this degree congregation and awards ceremony closed.